It's a great day, sports world. What's up to all the sports lovers, the haters, the addicts, and the fanatics out there? This is Larry Patterson for GT365. That's Game Time 365 Sports. Right here on the GTSN, that's the Game Time Sports Network. Amon, we're here for, I think it's episode 15, 14, 15, something like that. But we here, man, after week three. A lot of surprises. A lot of a lot of surprises, a lot of games that didn't go our way. You know, your game in particular. But man, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing well, man. My game in particular. I mean, you act like y'all lost too. So I don't know how my losses weighted a lot more than yours, but I'm doing well, man. I'm doing. How about yourself, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Just ready to go in, get to tackling this thing, man, and get ready for week four. We got Thursday night football tonight. Um, so going, do you have your last week's games in front of you? Because
I
I
believe
gotta I
I
gotta get
believe
my internet right up in here.
my picks from last week.
No, just
You can
just
skip.
run through the game. Just run through the games because I don't have I don't have it right in front of me right now.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Let me pull them up here. Oh, last week is week 3, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to revisit this. All right, so we're gonna start. Thursday night football. It was Buffalo versus Miami, and we all know how I feel about Miami. That was a good game until the fourth quarter, until the crucial play got made by the linebacker to misreading a simple concept, and the linebacker made a play and pretty much iced the game. That score was 31-21. Josh Allen did Josh Allen things. Yeah, man, I thought if they lost this game, there would be some, the Mike McDaniel seat to be a little warmer. Obviously it is. So I mean, yeah, it was a good game, until that crucial play. So what was your thoughts about the game?
Miami actually made it a game, and that's what I was hoping for. But they did make it a game. Sad that they didn't come down with that. As I was texting you, Tyreek Hill was doing everything he can to make a play, man. He was out there doing vertical jumps and running 40 times, and he was trying to do everything he can to make a play, man. And it didn't work with it. They lost by 10. I think the line was at 12 and a half.
I
So
believe so, yeah.
so whoever got on that bet, man, they I guess they hit, what I'm saying. The Dolphins lost by 10. So yeah, I was expecting to see Mike McDaniel, probably fired by now, but that didn't happen. So but I feel like it's not far off from
Yeah,
him,
man.
being gone. So
I don't know who they play this week. Now my Dan they're in the double hitter, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I'm just gonna run down on the scores on week 3. I'm not gonna touch on every game, not unless you know how you do. If you got something you want to say about them, but
yeah, you go ahead while I get my
no, you
laptop
good,
real
brother.
quick.
You got the Sunday night game. You got the Chiefs versus the Giants, 22-9. I expect the Kansas City to come out and get a win. Good win versus not a great defense, but a promising defense. Um, Unfortunately, Russell Wilson didn't play his best ball that day, so now they have officially moved on from him. Jackson Dart will be the starter. Russell Wilson will be the backup. Then we got the Chicago Bears beating the Dallas Cowboys 31-14. Caleb Williams just had a party on Dallas. They probably could have used Michael Parsons uh, on Sunday. Every week that they don't get to the quarterback, I'm going to say they should have used Michael Parsons. Or they
I
could have
think
used.
mine went out there for a second.
Can you hear me, Bo?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I said every week that the Cowboys don't get a win, I'm gonna say, hey man, they should have used Michael Parsons. That he would have helped them win the game this Sunday.
Pretty
So that
much.
was that was a good win by Dallas to get back on a good foot. Then we had a good game between Arizona and San Francisco, 15-16. Uh, Kicker hit a game-winning kick at the end. Arizona had plenty of opportunities to put this game away, but it just fell short. And then we're going to move on to the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Aints. No disrespect to the Saints fans out there. That was a BTA. It was 44-13. Um, Sam Darnold, 2-1, man. He looks good, man. He got a big test tonight in a few minutes here versus another NFC West opponent. So I mean, that's gonna be a good game that I'm gonna be looking forward to. I don't know how long I'm gonna be up for it. They'll probably be watching me about 9:30, 10. So then we got a couple more hollering a couple more games. Um, Las Vegas Raiders going to DC. I'm glad I didn't waste my money. Um,
Mm.
get BTA 41-24. Without Jaden Daniels, Marcus Mariota, he took like he looked like he flipped the clock back 10 years. He looked like that 2014 Mariota came out at Oregon. To me, the playbook was really simple. It looked like Cliff Kingsbury did some of the stuff that he did back at Oregon in 2014 when he was, winning halves and being in national championships, and he just used that program and that playbook and said, "Hey, go dominate the Raiders defense." And that's exactly what they did. They won on all three phases of the game: special teams, offense, and defense. Opening kickoff, Debo took the ball back for 69 yards on a kick return, so that pretty much set the tone of the game. And the Raiders could just never recover from that. For the Raiders' point of view, and I'm going to speak on them, that's my team. Um, Offensive line, offensive line, offensive line. You have to make some changes. I know there's some struggling on the right side. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now, but some changes have to be made. Gino looks like he's in Seattle right now. There's nothing that's having me pause and say, hey, okay, this is gonna be all right. He looked like he's in Seattle with the multiple sacks a game. He took 4 sacks in week 2 and 5 sacks in week 3. So that's no recipe for disaster. No more about that game. And a couple close ball games. We got the
Oh,
Eagles. Go ahead, brother.
Ash, your thoughts on the Ash and Genty through the first 3 weeks.
It's
I think we got your perspective on it last week, but
yeah, it's gonna take time. You're not gonna really see him be able to do what he needs to do until he get what's in front of him to make him do what he needs to do. Until he can't run the ball, it can't be 1 on 11. Um, the pass catchers, but outside of Jacoby Myers, they're gonna, they don't believe in the pass game, so they're gonna stack the box and make the defense is going to try to stop Ashton Jeanty for sure. So that's the game plan. And until further notice, he can't do what he can't do his job if he got 9-10 men in the box because they don't respect the pass game because of the lack of veteran leadership on the outside. That's why we thought Amari Cooper was going to be a good help, but he obviously said, you know what, I'm done playing. We had to hang it up, so we're relying on rookies and second-year players to step through, and Brock Bowers can't do it by himself. So Ashton Jeanty will get there. It's going to take time. It's like it's like you starting the car in the morning, man. You in the wintertime. You got to start up, let it warm up, and then once they get running, it's gonna take off. Um, we got it's a couple close games. We got the Browns beating the Packers, 10-13, last minute field goal. That was a shocker.
that's
Um,
surprising.
Surprised me too. That was a shocker of the week. We have the Colts, your boy, Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones going into Tennessee and getting a good victory, 41-20. That was a 3 touchdown game, so that was a great game by them. And then we have probably the game of the week. Well, co-game of the week for me was Denver Broncos and the LA Chargers. That was uh, probably the best game of the week to me personally. Not because of the score, and I'm not I hate the Broncos, I hate the Chargers, but just two good teams playing, and one team showing, hey, I got the superior quarterback, and he's been in the league for a while, and he knows that's what to do to make the right plays, make clutch plays. Before we leave this game, brother, I'm going to give you the floor to expand get your comments, your thoughts, your feelings about the Broncos going into LA losing a tough game that I picked the Chargers to win, as you should have as well, but you don't know no better yet because you think your boy is Sean Payton is Joel Seifert out here. But what's your thoughts, brother?
Uh, this we were supposed to win that game.
Oh Lord Jesus Christ!
We were supposed to win that game, and if Bo Nix connects on 3 passes that he overthrew on receivers, then I say we win that game.
I mean,
I say we win that game because I mean it was like Bo. It's on the tape. Like Bo, he overthrew 3 receivers. It was Marvin Mims, or I think it was I want to say it was Troy Franklin, another one, and it was Cortland Sutton on another one, like to the end zone, like he was by himself.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to say, I want to ask you, and your expert football mind, are they overrating the Chargers a little bit?
No, they're not. This team doesn't look like the teams of 2 years ago. There's something I don't know what it is. You know, it's one football team every year that comes out and they look totally different. They just look totally different, bro. I don't know. I don't know. They're more physical. They got
They
the
are more physical, yeah.
they're physical. They got sorry, my boy he tore his Achilles, so he won't be there no more. Najee Harris. They got Marion Hampton. He's still got some stuff to be desired, but they're different now. You got Lad McConkey. He's doing what he do. Quentin Johnson showing up after I trashed him all summer long. You signed Keenan Allen late in the offseason to come back. He's familiar with Justin Herbert. And the defense, Dayon Henley, Derwin James, he's my front runner for Defensive Player of the Year right now. I've seen every game that he's played in the past couple of weeks, and he looks like the best football player, the best defensive football player in the NFL right now because he's so versatile. He can do so much. So right now, he's my Defensive Player of the Year early on in the first couple of weeks of the season. And just, just Oronde Gaston, we talked about him during the summer. He's showing up making big plays, crucial catches, and crucial downs, man. We said this summer, hey, they got a player in him. But so yeah, they're very
Yeah,
different.
he might be the next great tight end to come out of there.
They don't had a few, they don't had Kellen Winslow, they don't had Antonio Gates, man. So they have some tight ends that can ball out for them. But yeah, the Chargers do look different. And their first three games was first versus AFC West opponents, the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers, and they
They
won.
have 3-0.
They're up 3-0, and you can go in and yes, the Brazil was a neutral site versus the Chiefs. Then they come in, the Raiders. They beat them at home on the prime time spot Monday night, and then you go and beat Denver at a 4:25 kickoff when it's 1 and 2 games on, and you got most of your eyes on that game as well. So if you can do that at the beginning of the season, stay healthy. Well, we all know that health is a big issue with the Chargers organization, and if they can stay healthy, they will be in the mix. But we all know there's going to be a bugaboo in there somewhere. Now the mentality of the Chargers is, hey, how can we get over that hump that's been haunting us for the last 3 or 4 years and take that next step to dethrone the Chiefs and become the AFC West champions? Because the way it's looking right now, they're the team to beat out west. You got any
Yeah.
more from that game, brother? If not, I'm gonna move on to the thriller for Monday.
Just I just expect Bo to be better, man. I expect the defense to be better. We spent a lot of money. spent a lot of money. I'm not even gonna go on a matter of fact, just go on to the next game because
All
the
right.
more we stay on this, I'm gonna just crash out.
Yeah. So then we had a close one here. 27-29 Tampa Bay over the New York Jets. Um, I don't know what Sauce Gardner, he got paid $30 million a year. But yeah, and Mecca Ibuka, yeah, I'm do better, Sauce. Yes, your boy. So I'm gonna let you
Man,
that's your boy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Baker Mayfield making Baker Mayfield plays. I feel like he has found his home. Um, Tampa Bay is his home, so I expect him to really re-up and give him a new contract, rip the one he got now. I think he on a 3-year, $100 million deal, if I'm not mistaken. It's like 33 a year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be
but
wrong.
didn't they extend him?
Yeah,
Didn't
that
they
was
extend him for like a year
they gave him a 3 year. They gave him a 3 and 100, I think, like
last year?
Last year.
Yeah,
So I think he's found his forever home. That's good story for Baker Mayfield. So much scrutiny with him coming out of Cleveland, being number one overall pick, and going bouncing around from LA to Carolina. Can't find his footing, but I think he finally found it in LA with the Meke Buka, not LA, but Tampa Bay with the Meke Buka, number 13. That defense playing the way they're playing, and then Todd Bowles has been a wily vet coach that's been there, seen it all, have had the highs and lows of lows. So that was a great game. And then Houston and Jacksonville, 17-10. CJ Stroud doesn't look the same. I don't know what's going on. That team has really regressed from 2 years ago. You had Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell. Now you out here with two rookies, and Nico can't do it by himself. You traded Tunsil. Offensive line has been shuffled. You got Nick Chubb. He's a shell of himself. Um,
mixing out.
Mixing out. The defense still plays very well. The offensive side of the ball is the the little icks and hiccups I see that scare me. And for Jacksonville, man, like the biggest question for me is, can Trevor Lawrence keep this thing going? Can he just keep progressing and improving every year? And I'm a little disappointed in the usage of Travis Hunter being a number 2 overall pick. What's your plan? You know, what's your
Just
plan?
one catch.
Yeah, that's one catch, but so and like I said, we're not in the building. We don't know what's going on, but from what expectations, I can't talk tonight for some reason, that we had for him, that we was going to see more of him on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. We're just not seeing that yet. People have been saying, hey, it's hard to do both sides of the ball. It's still early. Maybe he's got get some adjusting to do, but I expected more of him being in the offensive lineup. Then you got Pittsburgh in New England, 21-14. I don't know, was Drake May. New
New
England's in
England's supposed to win that game. They
they
just
were
fumbled
supposed
the
to,
game.
yeah, they just Ramondre Stevenson had 2 fumbles that game. That's 2
Oh,
possessions right there. Travion Henderson, he had the big preseason and don't even name up. He's not a factor right now. Um,
11
so
carries, 28 yards.
Yeah, he looked like Genty out there. Then you got a couple games, you got the Vikings going in and they just beat down the Bengals. They had no Joe Burrow. Cam Bynum, have yourself a fantasy day. You had 2 defensive touchdowns. So if you start in Minnesota in your
Isaiah
fantasy
Rodgers.
lineup, Isaiah Rodgers, sorry. If you had Isaiah Rodgers or the Vikings defense in your fantasy lineup, I'm pretty sure you got the W this week. And then the
Look,
Monday nighter.
I ended up taking Cincinnati defense.
That's your fault. We're gonna keep
It
it pushing.
is. It
That's your
is.
fault.
I was thinking too much, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
you overthinking. And then we got the and then we got the Monday nighter here. We got the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Boy, I need some speech therapy. Boy, 38-30. Detroit came
What a
back.
game.
Well, that was a good game. Derrick Henry's second week in a row. You're having these crucial fumbles at crucial times. I don't know, man. And then you get slammed at the 1 yard line 3 times. What are we doing? This is not the Derrick Henry that I know from Tennessee days. So that's a little alarming. But these big games, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm a little worried about the Ravens in these big games, man. Like you smoked the Bills game. You at home and you smoked this one to the Lions, and then you got Kansas City coming up here in a big window. So somebody gonna be 1-3 between Kansas City and Baltimore here when we close our eyes on Sunday night going into Monday morning.
Both teams need to win that.
Yeah, both teams, they can tie for all I care because I don't care for none of them. But that's that was the week 3 slate. Nothing really exciting happened. No injuries that I can think of that was major that's around the league. So yeah, Larry, I'm gonna turn it back over to you. Oh, one more game. I apologize. I want to talk about this because the Atlanta Falcons is making me look real bad right now. I picked them in the winning division, have a whole light show. Then they go into Carolina and they go out there and do cardio for 60 minutes and lose 30-0. Y'all making me look real bad right now. But yeah, Michael Penix, bro, you got to throw the ball in the middle of the field. Everything on your chart is to the sidelines. We need you to see the middle of the field, man. So I'm a little disappointed. But I'm gonna let you go here, brother. Take back over.
So I got a question about this one, and it's not about Penix.
Yeah, you about to be a hater. I can see it already.
It's about Raheem Morris. So if who do they play this week? They have
Whoever they played, I ain't pick them. I tell you that.
they have the Commanders this week. So I'm gonna ask you a question. If they drop to the Commanders in Atlanta, does Arthur Blank fire Raheem Morris?
No.
It's too early.
It's too early. If you're not gonna fire Mike McDaniel, you're not gonna fire Raheem Morris. It's the teams are in different. I just feel like the talent, and you will fire Mike McDaniel first. You know what I'm saying? You give him Raheem Morris. Just Penix, what? How many starts he's had?
Well, he had 4 last year.
4 last year. So there's only 8 starts into his career. Give him time to grow. You got to grow these players, and it's tough, man. But I wouldn't be alarmed, man. If this week 8, week 9, and we still having the same issues, and we're not, got a few more W's in the win column. Yeah, I'll start to question it. You got Kirk Cousins back there for a reason. Do you want to go back to the veteran? Probably not, because you pulled that chair from underneath him last year. That wouldn't be a good look for Penix if you got drafted, replace Kirk. He making $100 million on the bench. Well, $30 million on the bench, whatever the number is, and then you got to go back to him. I don't think that's a good idea. That's a good look for Penix. So no, not yet. No, I'm a little concerned, but I'm not blow it up in woo.
Yeah, in that game, Bijan Robinson, who rushed for like 148, I want to say the week before, he only had 72. I mean, he still rushed for 5.5, but you laid a goose egg to the Panthers. So that's the only reason why I was asking you about the Raheem Morris. But Arthur Blank does seem like a more patient owner. And if he would make that decision, I think it would be probably at the end of the year anyway. So,
Yeah,
but
1,000%.
but
It's
I
too
just thought
early.
I had to ask you.
Yeah, it's too.
Um, so we're done with the week three recap. Um, now I do have to ask you this because somebody was just named the starter.
Oh Lord Jesus Christ.
It's dart time. It is dart time. Dart gets the start. What? How? They're playing against the Chargers this weekend. It's in New York, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
What are your expectations for Jackson Dart?
Um, I expect them to come out and hang in there. Now, when I say this, I'm not. I think Russ should still be the starter, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Your job on the line. But when you're throwing the ball at the end zone, fourth and something, and you just yeah, you got to make a change. So I expect Dart to come out there, keep it easy for him, make it simple reads for him, simple play calling, as I should say. Run the ball. I don't know if Tyrone Tracy's playing this week. I know he was dealing with the injury. No, he's not playing. He's out for a couple weeks, so Cam will get the start. So you have a rookie quarterback and you have a rookie running back in the backfield with
With a bad offensive
with
line.
a bad offensive line. Andrew Thomas and Jermaine Loon are probably your best two offensive linemen. And then you got a Chargers team coming in 3-0 that's going coming east and playing the fourth place team in the NFC East. It's going to be tough for them because you don't have Mac, but you have Derwin, you have Dayon Henley, you got Tierra Tart, you got that defensive line. They get after it. They physical, so they're gonna come. They're gonna test Dart. So I expect them to struggle a little bit until they get his foot. He might settle down in the second quarter, but I'm expect him to be fair well. I ain't gonna be a hater and say he gonna suck, but he gonna fare well.
I think that with Brian Daboll, with his job, well, his job is on the line pretty much.
1,000%.
Um, I think you instead of playing it safe, I mean you do play it safe, but eventually you just go ahead and you hit on what you need to hit on because like we just said, you're in a hot seat. More than likely, if this doesn't work out, you're out the door anyway. So basically, pretty much, Jackson Dart is pretty much a part of saving your job.
Right. That's
Um,
I was like, I don't know how I feel about putting my job being saved on a rookie quarterback. That's my only concern.
but here's the thing. Okay, if we look at the Giants' schedule,
Yeah.
okay, I know most GMs will rather put him in the week five game or the week five game against the Saints because the Saints being the lesser team, the probably one of the worst team in the league. But then right after that you got Philly. So I mean you can't just take him out. You can't put him in against the Saints and then just say, okay, well, it might be a little too rough for you. Let me pull you out.
Sure.
Russ damn sure ain't giving you a chance. He don't even throw the ball in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I 1,000% get what you're saying. The only reason why I say this might be coming, he's starting. It has to be something from up top coming down. Say, hey, make that change. That's all. That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, we traded back up in the first round to get this kid. We need to see
Yeah,
what we can see.
Yeah, you have to. And like I said, the Giants they need some excitement, on that, for that football team. So throwing him out there on a he's comfortable. He'll be at home. Crowd to be, give him the support he need or whatever the case may be. Look, and then by the way, he probably got a top 10 receiver in the league as with Mr. Neighbor. So I mean, hey, if I'm gonna go out there and ball out, hey, I know I got Malik Neighbors on my team. I'm gonna feel pretty good, pretty confident for sure.
You got a Wandale Robinson who had triple digits in yards a couple weeks ago in Dallas.
Yeah,
You know,
everybody
you
had
got
trouble versus Dallas, boy. Oof.
well, yeah, true. But I just feel like with the weapons that they have, he can distribute it out a little bit more. Russ hold on to the ball a little bit more.
Hey,
Jackson Dart could be a little bit more aggressive. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So
Yeah, he can be aggressive, and we all know Dayball. He was a coordinator at Alabama before he took the Buffalo. I think it was Buffalo. He was an Alabama OC, then went to Buffalo with Josh
with the
Allen,
Buffalo,
and then he's with the Giants. So he can call it. He can call a game. It's just he's going to have to sit down with Dart probably today, or he sat down with Dart yesterday and said, "Hey, what do you feel comfortable calling?" And he'll have to shrink that playbook from probably this thick to probably this thick for him, so he can get his feet wet, make quick reads, make easy reads, run the ball, because we all say the best option or the best thing for a rookie quarterback is a decent run game. So yeah, make some play action throws, find neighbors open, find Wandale, Theo Johnson. Shepard, I think Shepard's still there if I'm not mistaken. I don't really know the Giants.
no, I think he
He's
in Tampa
in
Bay.
Tampa Bay, yeah. So yeah, man, I'm excited to see. I probably will be looking at this game a little closer just to see if how he plays, so I can either this thing can go one or two ways. He can have a bad game and say, "Hey, he's just a rookie starting in the NFL with playing with the ones in their real speed." Or if he win this game and he beat the Chargers and they're undefeated coming from the West Coast, he'll be the king. He'll be the king of New York on Sunday night, and he'll be the talk of the league on Monday morning on all the national media. So that's the only way it can go, in my opinion.
You know them Giants fans gonna be out there like worse than Knicks fans, man.
Oh my God! And then if they win, and then the
Oh,
Colts beat, and then the Colts beat the Rams, we canceling next week because I don't have time. I really don't. We just cancel it next week all together. We'll see y'all the week of the 11th because I not want to be on camera with you for 2 weeks talking about that. No, absolutely not.
on a serious note, I went back and looked at the 32 and 32 for the Giants. And you did mention Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin used to be a head coach in the NFL. I know college and NFL is two different things, but to have that mind, you learning from Lane Kiffin, who's been in the NFL, could tell you a couple things. I think that helps out a lot too. And
Absolutely.
and then with Brian Daboll working with Josh Allen, Josh Allen reminds me. Well, he reminds me a lot of Josh Allen for real. Tall, big arm. He can use his legs. So I think Brian Daboll, he works well with he's proven that he worked well with those type of quarterbacks. And let's see if he can do the same thing with this one.
Yeah, but
Um,
yeah, because Daniel Jones want the problem as 3 weeks into the season. Daniel Jones want the problem. That's all I'm saying.
do you remember when Malik Neighbors? Like, I think it was a presser from last year where it was in the locker room, and one of the reporters asked him about Daniel Jones, and he was like, the quarterback's not the problem. So evidently, it must be coming from Dayball.
Hmm.
Come on, Dayball, get that thing right, man. You got a lot of potential over there.
Yeah, and then you got
Uh,
Andrew Thomas. He missed all of last year too with a Liz Frank injury. He missed. He played the first 4 games, and then he missed. Rest of the season, and he just got back on the field in the Sunday night game versus Chiefs. That was his first game in X amount of days. So
all right, you got anything else? We're about to go
no,
into.
brother, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I think I got everything off my chest.
Let's go into these week's games. Starting tonight, you got the Seahawks at the Cardinals. A battle of 2-1 teams. The battle of the birds, man.
Hmm.
Um, the Seahawks are Sam Darnold coming off of a big game against New Orleans, and in Arizona getting the loss to San Francisco last week.
Tough loss.
What tough loss? What are your expectations for this game? And is this a must win game for the Cardinals?
Yeah, man. You can say it's a must-win game for the Cardinals because it's a division matchup. You know, both teams 2-1. Rams coming off a heartbreaking loss at the last second here. getting a field goal block to win a game. And then in San Francisco, they won a close one with Mac Jones holding down the fort until Purdy gets ready. Yeah, man, that NFC
Boy,
West
they
is
getting by the hairs of their chinny chin chin.
boy. That NFC West boy,
Woof.
ooh, it's a dogfight. So this is a big one here. The defense. I'm looking for the Seahawks defense has been better than I thought it was going to be. With those corners with Spoon, Woolen, and those boys up front. And I'm just looking for Kyler Murray. What I've been saying about Kyler Murray. Can you step up? I say this till I'm purple in the face. Can you win the games that's going to put your team in a better position going into the deep playoff runs? Can you win these games? You at home, prime time, Thursday night. They all eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? Maserati Marv. I know you've been having some issues with drops right now. I think it's just a confidence thing with you. You know, you're number 4 overall pick, whatever number pick you were for a reason. I need to see if you can get back to that guy, Trey McBride. There you go. You want to be in that Brock Bowers conversation, that George Kittle conversation. You want to be, elevated a little higher. No, this is the time to do it. And then the defense, for Arizona. I mean, I seen Josh Sweat flash a couple plays last week. It looked like he's well worth the money that they gave him. I want to see Will Johnson. This will be my first time seeing him play versus he'll be on JSN, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, man, I'm excited for this game. I expect this to be a good old dog fight, down to the very end. Of course, yes, the Seahawks are 2-1, but I don't believe in Sam Darnold. It's all fool's gold right now. The wheels are going to come off eventually. Only because of how the wheels came off last year in the playoffs and at the end of the season. I just don't believe in him. He's making me a liar right now. So is another quarterback that we're going to talk about here down the line. But I'm expecting a good game. Nevertheless, the game will probably be watching me in the third quarter. But I'm pretty sure I have my thoughts and opinions of it first thing tomorrow morning when I wake up.
I was just about to say, you you say you're getting ready for the game. Like, man, by the time the game come on, you might be asleep, man.
Boy, I'm out here for
Uh,
that. Calling the cows, boy. Out of here.
oh, one more note: James Conner is out for the season with the foot injury.
I didn't know that.
Ye-
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's slated for season-ending surgery.
that. That's
So
a big.
Trey Benson will be the guy tonight. Get those totes, and
Yeah, I think we seen James Conner last game in a Cardinals uniform, man. Unfortunately, he was good for them while he was there, man. It just sucks though. But well, Trey Benson, your turn.
uh, when you wake up on Sunday morning at 9:30, or whatever time you wake up, you got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers in Dublin for the first time. The Steelers getting a close win to the Patriots last week, and then the Vikings getting a blowout victory against the Bengals. Um, will this Vikings blitz attack, led by the coordinator Brian
Oh,
Flores,
yeah.
will they get to Aaron Rodgers in this offense?
Boy, they gonna be on him like white on rice, boy. As the old heads would say it back in the day, we're gonna be on him like white on rice. Yes, because Flores is gonna send everything at him. As we talked about in the offseason, our guys up in Pittsburgh that we spoke to on the Steelers episode, they still have some questions on the offensive line. Broderick Jones, the center's got a situation. Can they hold up? That's gonna be the key thing. Can they hold up from this pass rush with Jonathan Allen? Um, my boy from Alabama last year. I can't think of his name. They traded up to get him. I'm drawing a blank right now. But that defensive line in general, and then you got Cam Bynum back there, not Cam Bynum, but Isaiah Rogers back there just thieving the ball from people. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a toughie, man. Early in the mornings, across the pond. You know how tricky those games can get. Wake up with sleep in your eyes and it's already in the third quarter. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited for that one for sure.
Uh, Saints at the Bills. Bills are 15 and a half point favorites. It was at 16 and a half yesterday. This is the start of your 1 o'clock games. We ain't gonna spend too much time on this because
We
we
ain't got to
already
spend
know
no time on it. Paper
it's
bag.
in it's in Buffalo. We already know what's going to happen. Take Josh Allen as one of your quarterbacks this week. Win you some cash. Um, Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans, a battle of 0-3 teams. As you spoke on the Texans earlier, kind of disappointing. You know,
Yeah,
0-3.
very
Um,
disappointing.
this could be a spot where division rival Tennessee Cam Ward could come in and make something happen. This could also be the get right game for Houston. It's in Houston. Uh, these teams tend to play better at home. But Houston was just at home against Tampa Bay, and they dropped a close one. So, oh
Hmm.
yeah, they were in Tampa. No, they were in Houston.
They were in Houston.
Yeah, they were in Houston. So
Yeah.
they dropped a close one. So, any expectations for this game?
No, man. I mean, the way it's looking, man. If they don't get the ship right in Tennessee, I mean, in Houston, Tennessee can get that Cam Ward get his first win in his NFL career this Sunday. That's the way it's looking. Because I have nothing has shown me or raised my eyebrows like, okay, they can fix this. You know. So I don't know if I picked it. I think I picked the Texans, but I'm not very confident in that pick. To be honest with you.
Chauncey Gardner Johnson also released this earlier this week, missing assignments. So already released. But
Yeah, that's tough.
we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, Cleveland at Detroit. Detroit 9.5 point favorites coming off of the big victory against the Ravens. Cleveland getting a big victory, close victory against Green Bay. Um, Detroit is in Detroit, so Detroit's got this in the
Yeah,
bag.
Green Bay should be ashamed of themselves. Anyway, that's hitting out there. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, he says in Detroit.
yeah, it's in Detroit.
Yeah, this gonna be a toughie. We might end up. I mean, we might end up seeing Shador this week if we go bad. If they go bad for real, and I no disrespect to Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, but if we get this bad, we might see Shador, man. But yeah, man, Detroit once again they made me liars, man. They had me concerned after week one, boy, but they turned up on the Bears and they turned up on the Cowboys, not the Cowboys, the Ravens back to back weeks, putting up 30 plus. Yeah, I
Mm.
was wrong. I Detroit. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Yeah, man. It's gonna be Aiden Hutchinson comeback player of the year. That's look like that's gonna be something between him and your boy. But yeah, man, this one might get ugly on Sunday.
Uh, we talked about Washington at the Falcons. Washington 1.5 point favorites. Um, I think it's Jaden Daniels might be back in this one.
No, he can sit there.
No, he's out.
I know. I think he might be back, but he can sit down if he wants to. Because if they playing like he played last week with him sitting down, they going Super Bowl. I mean, because it was just embarrassing. I mean, but that's that's me having my personal feelings in it. But if he don't play, I think they'll be fine. But if he do play, it'll just be another another level to their offense that they can really unlock with Scary Terry. He's been out with a quad injury this week, so I don't know if he's going to play, but nevertheless, they still got Debo and Zach Ertz and Krosky married. They got enough playmakers to where they can, if he has to miss a couple games, they'll definitely be okay. So,
Another big one. Philly at Tampa. Can we call this a rivalry? I think this is a rivalry.
I think this
Even
is
when you go back to
like,
the old days where like Donovan McNabb
yeah,
and like
yeah, yeah, I give you that. Yeah, you can say that.
and then in the recent years, you know what Jalen Hurts' record against Tampa is? Tampa Bay is?
I know he got a better record versus Mahomes than he do against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's all I know for sure.
Todd Bowles know how to scheme him up. He's Todd Bowles is 4-1 against Jalen Hurts.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
man. So yeah, you can say this is a rivalry because it seemed like the last past couple of years, the Bucks and Eagles playing the playoffs, and the Bucks always get the best of them for
yeah.
some reason. Like I think they played each other the year that they won a Super Bowl. The Buccaneers did back in 2020. I want to say they played each other that year. I could be wrong. I want to say they did.
Jalen Hurts, was it his first or second year?
I think it was
I think
his.
it's the-
I want to
I
say it
want to
was
say
his
this.
second year.
Yeah.
I want to say it was the second year. I think they played then.
Yeah, Tampa beat him because that was the time Tom Brady was there, right?
Yeah, that's Tom Brady, Gronk, and AB, and all of them was there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then I want to say they beat him again like a couple years later when the Eagles were having that
yeah,
disaster going down the stretch. I
yeah.
want to say they played him again though.
They may have. I don't really know for sure. But either way it goes, like you said, Todd Bowles is 4-1 versus him. He's got his number, man. But I think this Philly team is too talented. But if they bet Tampa Bay do beat Philly this Sunday, I will definitely antennas will definitely be up for sure.
Philly 3.5 point favorites, and Tampa definitely got a lot of injuries going on. Mike Evans out; he's
Yeah,
doubtful with a
yeah. I don't think
with
he's
a with a hamstring, and then you got who Tristan Wirfs, he's questionable. Chris Godwin, he's questionable. So you got a lot of injury. Kalijah Cansey on IR. You got a lot of injuries over there, but um, nevertheless, I think they can at least contend and keep it close. Philly is 3.5 point favorites. So
now. Let some Luka go crazy, kid.
and the concerns for those for that Philly secondary, hey man, Mecca Book might have him a good game, man.
Philly fans don't cuss me out in my DMs after this. I just my personal opinion. It's I'm saying it's gonna happen. Don't be harassing my DMs. I promise. It's okay. That's my opinion.
uh Carolina Panthers at the New England Patriots. I've been
Lord Jesus,
forgetting all. I've been
Lord Jesus.
forgetting all about the graphic, bro. But Carolina at New England. This is Bryce Young against Drake May. What are you expecting from this game? Matter of fact, can Bryce Young repeat of what happened last week?
Can he? Yes. Will he? Probably not. 'Cause that defense, that Patriots defense is pretty good. Um, they only have Ted McMillan out there for the Panthers. Throw the ball to Xavier Leggett. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if he's, I just don't know.
He
Um,
just man, he
yeah, he
lost. I
just,
don't know what, but
he out there. I don't know what's going on with him, but Christian Gonzalez, is he going to play? I don't think so. We had a discussion about that yet last night. I know where this is headed, in my opinion. So is he going to be out there? So
his situation is weird. I think we talked about that off air.
yeah, it's super weird. But yeah, can he do it? Yes. Will he do it? I don't think so. I think Vrabel, gets a win this week. I think with Hooper, Austin. I think he has Austin Hooper. What's my tight? Hunter Henry, Ramondre. They got to get Travion involved. Keyshawn Butte, the rookie wide receiver from Washington State. They've been playing. They just can't close some games and have some hiccups as rookie Drake May is no longer that he is. He's a sophomore now, so he's still having those hiccups. But I think that I think they'll play well, but I don't know about the Panthers getting the win.
Uh, yeah, I got the Patriots in that one. Um, Chargers 6.5 point favorites at the Giants. And then we already talked about this one. I think the Chargers will win this one, but not ruling it out for the Giants to kind of come away with one. They're at home. The Chargers are coming on the East Coast. So, when you come in that different time zone, teams kind of tend to play different. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so we got the Chargers in that one. Jacksonville, another good game. It would be better if Brock Purdy was playing, but you got the Jaguars at the 49ers. 49ers 3.5 point favorites. Um, will the Jaguars sneak one out in this one? And because the 49ers kind of been getting lucky here, right?
Yeah, it's possible, man. They can definitely sneak one out. I think I don't know if we'll look at it at him. I forgot who I picked, man, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville won. Um, that Travis Etienne is playing very well. Bashar Tootin has seen the end zone here a couple times. Your boy out of Virginia Tech. Offensive line playing better. Um, And then the San Francisco 49ers got too many injuries, man, for me. There's too many injuries to overcome. You're losing people by the day. Mac Jones, he is what he is. He can get you a couple games. There's 3 games pushing it, maybe. He might sneak you this one as well. Kyle Shanahan keep dialing it up for him. And then they're winning. They're winning games by the slimmest of margins. So I mean, there's a tough one as well. I think I picked the Jags. I don't remember, but I wouldn't be surprised if San Francisco came and got a W.
Yeah, I like the Russian combination with ETN and Tootin coming in, and how would they continue to use Travis Hunter? He got 10 for 76 right now. That's not what you expect in the first 3 weeks of the season from Travis Hunter, but you got more. He had 6 tackles last week on defense. So it's going to be interesting how they use him. Brian Thomas is also, he got to step up, man. You got
Oh, somebody to trade for him. He look like he don't even want to be there. Jesus Christ.
my goodness. The other 4 or 5 game, you got the Colts at the Rams. Danny
Mm,
Dimes against Matthew Stafford. This should be a good one. The Colts coming in 3-0. The Rams suffered a close loss after they were up with 26-7 against the Eagles last week.
yeah.
What do you think the chances of Danny Dimes out dueling Matthew Stafford on Sunday?
I bet. Well, if he do that, I'm going to get me a lottery ticket the next week when the Mega Millions come out because they ain't no. At some point, we got to like, come on, be for real. Like, nah, bro. This is different. This is different right here. This is different. They
It's
can,
different.
yeah, this is different right here. That
Okay.
defensive line, yeah, it's different. Yeah,
I
it's
mean, I
different.
mean, I mean, the Colts offensive line ain't too shabby either. I
No,
mean,
it's really not, man. And like I said, the Colts has been playing well. You talking about outdueling? You said you asked me what's the chance of Danny Dimes outdueling Matthew Stafford, right? That was that the question?
that was the question.
No, it's not happening, bro. No,
Okay,
not happening.
okay.
It's
And
not.
Danny Dimes out here just throwing them up, man,
I'm
and
telling you right now.
running.
I tell you right now, if he beats Stafford, Anthony Richardson, go and glue that clipboard to your hip. You ain't getting that. You ain't getting it back anyway. But go ahead and glue it, bro. You ain't getting that back, man. But I expect this to be a good game. I really like the way the Colts are using Tyler Warren. They use him like he used him at Penn State, which is very smart of them. That he's H back, tight end, split out wide. So I think that was a great pick for them, and they're reaping the benefits of it very early. And then JT going crazy. Like I mean, he got this $100 million defensive lineman in Denver. He just took them for a ride. A couple weeks ago. I mean, just took them for a ride. Like my lord, you would have thought. Uh,
Yeah, he scored 3 touchdowns last week.
Yeah, he's just going crazy. And Kenny Moore, yes, I know they played the daggone Tennessee Titans, but he had a pick six on my boy Cam Ward. Just was late with the read. Zaire Franklin playing big ball, big boy ball, making tackles, blowing people up. It's just an opportunistic team right now, and they're riding the wave. They're on the streak. They got their niche, and they're playing good ball. But right here is this right here is a team that's locked and loaded as well with Puka, Devontae. You got Jared Verse, Braden Fisk in the middle. Stafford, Kyron Williams went crazy last week. So his weapons over there. Tutu Atwell, his weapons over there as well, man. So this definitely be an interesting one. We will be locked into this one as well. So yeah, man, let's go Danny Dimes, man. Prove me wrong again. Week 4. Let's get it.
425. Bears at the Raiders.
Ooh.
I've been forgetting all about the graphic, bro. That
Ain't
was
no, ain't no, ain't no need. You ain't got to put it up there. Ain't no need. Uh,
uh, what the Bears did get their first victory of the season last week, defeating Dallas, and then we know about the Raiders. What are the chances that Gino and the rest of his offense can bounce back?
until they show otherwise, it's not looking good. You have to show me. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about it in media, at the press conferences, podium after practices all week long. I got to see it on Sunday at 4:25. I got to see it. And until then, I think they're going to continue to struggle until they make some changes on the offensive line. And this is me not that's not me being a fan. It's just me being a biased guy from the outside looking in. You have to make changes, whether that's moving JPJ to this spot, put another right tackle in, playing the rookies. So it'll be crucial for me, and it'll be a telltale for me when the inactives come out an hour before the game. If those rookie tackles are still inactive, I mean the rookie linemen, they're still inactive, then there's no changes being made to the starting lineup. Everybody wanted to clamor for JPJ, Jackson Powell Johnson, that is, to be the center, but he's best suited as a guard. Jordan Meredith, as to Chip Kelly's point this evening, said that he's the better center right now because he can call the protections for the offensive line. And I think he's just a little further along than Jackson Powers Johnson is as the center. Yes, he plays center at Oregon, but that's not his role that the Raiders have for him in the NFL. Until that right side of that line gets fixed, I can definitely see Chicago getting pressure. And on the defensive side of the ball, hey, we gave up 100, 200 yards rushing to Krosky Merritt, Nicholas Singleton, not Nicholas Singleton, but my boy, Nichols. I can't think of his first name. And
Jeremy McNichols.
Jeremy McNichols, and then Debo Samuel. We gave up 200 yards rushing to those boys last week. And if we get that cleaned up, we'll be okay. But the back end with Luther Burden, DJ Moore, Cole Komet, Colston Loveland, that's gonna be the test for us. And can we keep Caleb Williams in the pocket and keep him? Can we keep him in the pocket? Because if he gets off his spot with his legs, he's dangerous outside the pocket. And Ben Johnson, we know he's gonna dial up some stuff, some tricky stuff. He's gonna have some stuff for us, and we're playing the rookies a lot more on defensive snaps. So it's gonna be, hey, you're gonna have to be keen with your eyes and be on hit on the swivel at all times. So, man, it's definitely going to be interesting. If Genty doesn't have the greatest game again, I'm not going to panic. I expect Gino to play better because he's a veteran. He's been in the league for a while. But, yeah, man, I'm just looking for a decent game, and hopefully the Raiders can get a win.
Roman Dunze over there as well.
How about my boy Ron Fro Aduze? He got a big old NBA 2K NBA Street Fro out here. So he balled out. He made Stephon Diggs look crazy. I mean, not Stephon Diggs, but Trayvon got him ready to fight and crash out after the game. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, him and Caleb look like they own one core right now. You got all the rest of the rest of the offensive players that you named.
yep.
So it should be a quite interesting one. The total is set at 47.5. So you think it's over or under?
Probably over.
That's what I'm thinking too. Pretty much the game of the week of both 1 and 2 teams.
Lord Jesus.
Baltimore and Kansas City. Are you a little bit surprised that both of these teams sitting in this position right now?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Um, we have high expectations for these two teams every year. That they get on the field every year. The league starts. Who will be in the Final Four? Is always the Ravens, Chiefs, Eagles, and Lions, whoever the case may be.
They're
So
always in that
they're
conversation.
always in their conversations. There's always a couple of them that's always slip by the wayside. And just what happened. The Chiefs are declining. They're not the same Chiefs as they were 5 years ago. Things are happening in people's lives to where, hey, you want to go on and do great things after football. Mahomes is getting older. He's not getting any younger. You bring in new receivers. You're missing receivers. You're missing Rasheed Rice, Xavier Worthy. He's not there. Pacheco's not playing like he was 2 years ago. You lost some free agents. Chris Jones getting up there in age as well. Trent McDuffie's not playing like he used to. So there's multiple factors. You don't have
And
one.
he trying to get a bag too.
And he's trying to get a bag. Juan Thornhill is not there in the back end anymore. So it's just a whole lot of moving pieces on that defense. You lost for some key free agents that went to other teams, so I'm not surprised. But for the Ravens, I think I'm a little more shocked because you got $100 million linebacker, you got $100 million safety, you got a $90 million defensive lineman, and he was a health. He didn't play on Monday night, and then you got Derrick Henry, you got Lamar, you got Bateman, you got Zay Flowers, you got DeAndre Hopkins. Isaiah Likely, we know he's out right now. You got Mark Andrews, so I'm a little more surprised that the Ravens are not are 1-2 than the Kansas City Chiefs are. But like I said, they'll be fine. They'll get it right, and they'll be back in the Final Four again probably at the end of the year. Final three in the AFC West. So I mean AFC conference are.
Yeah, somebody going 1-3.
Somebody has to. Now, I mean, if you're going to tie, that's better for me because I'm gonna laugh the whole week. But
But I think well, we'll get to our picks like right after this. Well, I was about to say who I picked, man. But the Sunday night game
oh
is a
no,
big
yeah,
one.
yeah, we got the Sunday night game, and we got that week double hit on Monday night too. So
Hey,
we,
got Bronco football on Monday night. Hey,
we,
I ain't complaining. Or I probably will be complaining. I've been
oh, you
complaining all
crash out
year.
coming, crash out
Yeah.
coming, huh?
You got the Packers at the Cowboys. Sunday night football. Michael Parsons goes back to Dallas. One question: Do the Cowboy fans boo or cheer Michael Parsons, being that he did not want to be out of Dallas? What do
Initially,
you
he didn't
initially?
want to be
What do you think the fans do, and what are some of the key points that you're expecting from this game?
there. Oh, I'm booing him. Get out. You ain't want to be here. Get out. I'm throwing
Man, you
stuff
got
at
boo
him.
Jerry, man.
I'm throwing stuff at him. You could have took this 41 if it happened, but you wanted to get 47 up there in the frozen tundra. I'm throwing stuff at him, making signs and everything. But yeah, I expect it to be a mix of boos and cheers. But what I'm expecting from this game, um, Micah's probably going to go crazy. He's probably going to go crazy. We know they're going to. The Packers are going to have him chipped up every play. They're going to have a chip on him, making sure he don't wreak havoc. So with that being said, Rashawn Gary on the other side, Lucas Van Ness, Edrin Cooper, you guys, have to be ready to roll because yes, the Cowboys don't have the best defense. CD Lamb is going to be out a couple weeks, but you still got George Pickens, Jalen Tolbert, Javonte Williams playing well, Jake Ferguson still there, so they got weapons that can throw the ball. It's just the hate of corners on the defensive line. That pass rush is going to give them enough time to make a play. Is that going to happen? We don't know, so we definitely will find out.
Yeah, I'm expecting Michael to get to Dak probably about a good 3-4 times.
Yeah, if he get
It's
to
gonna be
Dak,
a big game for him,
well, if he
man.
get to Dak 3-4 times, Jerry Jones might as well go ahead and lead. They're gonna be shooting that boy. They're gonna be whoo. They're gonna break his sweet door down.
Every every time Michael gets a sack, they cut that
Cameras
camera to
on
Derek.
every time.
Oh man, I probably gonna be asleep, but
No, I will be sleeping. You know that, bro.
I'm gonna try to do what I can to stay up and see that, man. But
Yeah, good.
but shame on Jerry, man. They got that defense playing all bad. Oh well. But
Next,
Monday Night Football, you got the Jets at the Dolphins at 7:15. You got a doubleheader. Jets at the Dolphins. Uh, the Dolphins got to win this game. If
whoa,
if the Dolphins lose this game, Mike Monday morning, no Tuesday morning, Mike's got to be gone. And I'm
yeah,
talking Ireland.
yeah, man. I thought it'll be out the week 3, man. They can flex this game to 2 before all I care. Golly, bro, because this is crazy. They could put this game on Tubi. I still wouldn't watch it because this is sad. Like Justin Fields, he out with concussions too. Just how he talking about he this and this in his press conferences. Tyreek, he got a lot going on and off the field. Jalen Waddle, I don't even know where he at. Traded John Smith here at Pittsburgh making plays. Minka, you traded for him. What's going on? You don't know none of the corners' name. I don't know none of the corners' name in Miami besides Jack Jones. It's just a bad situation all the way around, man. It's tough, man. Then you got the Jets. He's trying to rebuild something over there with Justin Fields. You got Sauce Gardner, $30 million corner. He can smoke by rookies and stuff out here in week 3. Yeah, Quentin Williams need a little help. Will McDonald, where are you? They don't have C.J. Mosley no more. I think he's retired, I believe. I think DJ Reed is in Detroit now.
Yeah.
He's in Detroit now, so you don't have your Batman to your Robin out there corner. I just don't have any expectations for this game at all on Monday night. I'm probably be more interested in the. I hate to say this, but the second game, but it is what it is. That's what we got to deal with. That's what we got to watch. So
Tyrod Taylor, more than likely, will be the starting quarterback. He was 26 of 36, 197 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also threw a pick, too.
mm,
But for some reason, I'm thinking that Tyrod is the more. It seems weird. It's like every time Tyrod goes somewhere and he's in a starting situation, it seems like the offense runs a little bit better than what the starting quarterback, how he runs it. But
hmm
and then the last game,
Lord,
these guys
Lord Jesus,
got Cincinnati Bengals at the Denver Broncos. Oh man, if we
come on,
don't
Jake Browning.
go, if we don't go out here and take care of business, Broncos are 7.5 point favorites in this one. If you don't go out here and take care of business, I'm talking about a comfortable win. I haven't seen a comfortable Bronco win in a very long time. I'm talking about me sitting like you're sitting on the couch, scratching my leg. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling. But no, Denver's got to let folks back in the game. We always got to play down to folks' level. If you play down to Jake Browning with the defense that you got, and these players that you paying all this money, I'm not trying to have me a Rob Johnson crash out moment, but
Please,
we
God,
need we need to take care of
please,
we need
God.
to take care we need to take care of business, man. Bo Nix gotta make better throws. Get in tune with these receivers, man. These receivers got to catch the ball as well. Run game, where are you at? J.K. Dobbins, he ran the ball pretty well last week, but you did not stick to the game plan. Why? Why do you go for the game? Sean Payton criticized a lot for these getting too cute plays. Like run the football, man. It's that simple. So not a whole lot else on this game other than what I just said. Denver got to come up with a win, man.
Yeah, Troy Franklin, please catch the ball. Jesus Christ.
My God, I mean, we had this issue last year, but here we go again. But last week's this is the
Ooh,
standings after week three. Amon is in the lead,
comfortably too.
32 and 16. He had 11 and
Comfortably.
5 record last year. What do you say?
I said I'm in the league comfortably too.
In the league comfortably, man. Last week I was right on you. But you didn't open it up now. Had an 11 and 5 record last week. I'm sitting at 6 and 10, 26 and 22. Rob Johnson at 4 and 12 with a 21 and 27 record. So this week is gonna be a good week for me. I'm climbing back in these standings, man.
Yeah, the Packers sold me, the Raiders sold me, and the daggone Rams sold me last week. Those are three teams
Uh,
that really sold me last week. I was supposed to be undefeated.
uh, I'm trying to load our picks up real quick, and it's coming in here in a second here. Um, so your picks, I believe. Let me get this off the screen. So, oh no,
I can see them though. They're in the top right hand corner.
you can see him.
Yeah,
Oh, they're right there. Yeah. Let me get it on here real quick. There we go. So these
that's
are
good.
your picks. Everybody take a look at the Amon's picks, and it's probably be the last week that he has a real good week like he had last week.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs and Broncos this week. It better be a good week because they. Well, yeah, man.
uh,
I ended up picking the Panthers. Ooh,
you picked the Panthers.
okay, that's undefeated right there.
We'll see. Rob Johnson's picks.
He just be doing whatever. Rob got to catch up.
We gotta talk to Rob, man. You know.
Yeah, we got to talk to him.
And these are my picks for the week. I got Miami, I got Denver, I got you see them on the screen. So we're gonna have an undefeated record this week.
He picked the
We're gonna
Raiders.
bounce back and we're gonna take the standings over. The loser, I don't know if you know Amon, the loser has to treat the winner to Roost Chris. I don't know if we ever talked about that, but there we go.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I mean, just make sure it's around tax time. I'll give him a little bread. Brother Mike.
I mean, you got it, man.
Yeah, come on, brother, man. We can go to Wawa's there in the street and get a little sub or something. We straight. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think we have a pick whoever lose. I think it was something like if you have the overall record, I got to get away a Denver jersey or something. We talked about it. We'll finalize it. But we ain't, right now the way it's looking, I ain't wearing no Denver jersey, so I might have to go and get you that. I might go ahead and get you that. If you lose, get you the old Geno Smith jersey in the black and wear it for an off-season show. And it will hurt your heart, boy. But that's be $150 well worth it. Mm. Imagine
Come
your
on,
quarterback being
guys.
Bo Nix and you got to put a Geno Smith jersey on for a whole week to do a show. And I'm gonna make sure when we do the 30 for 30, 32 for 32, I'm gonna make sure you wear it during the Broncos episode too. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah,
That was well, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 15.
15. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, we'll return to you next week. Try to come to you two times next week. You know, so we'll see what happens with me and Amon's busy schedules and everything.
Yeah,
But
if
Amon,
Raiders lose, I'm telling you, you probably won't see me at all next week. I'm going on vacation. Crash.
come on Chicago, come on Caleb Williams. Let's keep the trend going, man.
You know,
Uh,
you probably will too.
you got anything else before we get out of here, bro?
No, man, nothing else. Like I said, big college football fans. This is a good week. I think you got some major games coming up. Oklahoma take a hit. They lose their quarterback John Mateer going to SEC play. He missed some crucial games. Yeah, man. So this is probably the one game of if you watch college football, this is probably the one Saturday where you don't want to leave your house because there's some bangers. Penn State, Oregon, a whiteout in Penn State on Saturday night at 7:30. That's gonna be a banger. And you know how they get in Penn State with that Mo Bamba. It gonna be crazy. That thing gonna be rocking on Saturday night. But other than
Man,
that,
the white that's kind of if you old you got like little problems with your eyes and stuff like that, man. Kind of get to your eyes, man.
epilepsy and stuff, be crashing out. Yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, definitely, man. That's all I got, brother. Just hope everybody stay healthy, stay safe. College and pros, and just keep this thing rolling.
You got number 8 Florida State at Virginia tomorrow. Oh
On a
man, I went
Friday?
to on a Friday. You
Wow.
got 3 games tomorrow. You got TCU number 24 against Arizona State and Houston at Oregon State. Um, right now you got Army and East Carolina playing. East Carolina up 14-0. I took Army to cover the spread. I'm losing all my parlays tonight. So
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you might. As well, you going to bed with an L.
yeah.
Well, when I put a parlay in, I wake up in the morning and I took my phone over this and I look at it, just throw it in the floor.
Hello.
Eyes be, you know how the light be hitting your phone at 3 o'clock in the morning. You look at it, see if you got a few dollars in your FanDuel account. Be minus 56 cents. Going to bed, going back to sleep. I ain't got
I do this when I
time.
hoping I win something. It ain't win nothing.
We give my money back or something, Lord Jesus. But
Well, on behalf of Amon, Larry, and we'll see you guys next week.